Oh man, so Bitcoin is sitting at 43,600 in a huge change of events. It feels like only yesterday that we were sitting at about 32, wondering whether we were going to head to 29. We're now at 43,600. And does this mean that the light is now green? Does this mean we can now fully reverse the trend and start heading back to 69,000? Is the worst out of the way? Was 32 the lowest for this mini bear market, or whatever we wanted to call it? Was it a crypto winter, or is this just a bull trap? We're going to take a look at some key levels. I'm going to share with you what I'm seeing in the charts, but let's take a look quickly here at the Bitcoin chart. And before we get into this, guys, you guys already know you've got to check out the link in the description is to NordVPN, who've been kind enough to offer all you guys up to 70% off of a 24-month plan of a VPN, guys, plus a month for free. So check them out. Coupon code OHMAN. Make sure you're staying safe in crypto, guys. I wouldn't dare trade or log into my exchanges without a VPN setup or any of my wallet transactions. Anytime I'm interacting with the metaverse or NFTs, I always do so through VPN. Highly recommend you guys do the same. So check out the link in the description for NordVPN. Now, on this chart, guys, 43,600. This is huge. Another big green candle here from Bitcoin. Don't forget, we wicked as low as 32,000 on this wick here. Was this our lowest point? Have we now managed to start working? Well, let's take a look here at the 4-hourly, because there's a lot to look at here. Because what you can see here, and it was over this weekend, this was the weekend, okay? So you remember on Friday, we had this huge pump out of our long-term red resistance. That's this red resistance here. Huge pump to the upside. Big breakthrough. Smashed through the 38,405 level. Smashed through the next level at 39,150, the yellow line here. Then the 40,000 level, smashed through it. Then we got rejected by this level, which is the 41,659, that yellow level here. Okay? You can see we got rejected on that on Friday, and then we were just sideways, okay? In fact, let's go to the hourly chart. You'll see how long this went sideways for. Let's bring this across. There we go. And you can see, perfect like that. You can see we had the initial breakout all the way straight through to 41,600, and then we just consolidated sideways all the way along this support resistance line, which we've had drawn for a long time here. Then coming to today, which is Monday, when everybody's back on their desks, big move to the upside. Now we got rejected from 43. You can see at that psychological level, we didn't have a line drawn there, but that is your psychological level of 43,000. Send back down, collected support from our EMA ribbon, and boom, straight through 43,000. This time on the second attempt, we broke through 43, and now we've even broken through 48, 43 and a half, which is an important level. So really strong bullish momentum here on the hourly. Literally, as I'm recording, 43,700, good strong green candles. What does this mean? Are we now gonna head through and start smashing through? Remember, guys, I had this price target drawn for a long time, and look, that's exactly where now we're getting some sell pressure. Why? Because the bears know this is a critical level. This is a very important level. Let me zoom out and show you why, guys. You can see here from this peak here, okay, very important level. See here, very important. Let me zoom out to the 4-hourly because I want to show you guys why this is such a critical level from multiple time frames. And this is why this is going to be a difficult level for us to fight against right now with the bears. Let me just tidy up my screen here. There we go. So you can see some volume bars. And what we can see here, guys, is if you take this this level where we're trying to fight through now, you can see that's important level because that is where we fell from. When we initially dumped on Bitcoin, this was the level, okay, from 43,000. So very important that we keep an eye on this level to see whether we can hold this level out. We want to get above it, retest, and then break through 44.5 and head higher towards 46. But there will be a lot of sell pressure here. This meets our technical price target, okay? But more importantly, if I head over to the weekly, you will see this, which is on our weekly, if we got the break above that level, we will then start to penetrate our EMA ribbon again. Can you see that? If we get to 43, we will start contesting with our EMA. Now, to flip our weekly bullish again, we've got some work to do. We need to close above 47,000, okay? So we've got some work to do. Let's head back over to the 4-hourly because I'm going to show you how that comes into play because we have to take things step by step right now in this market. We've got to 43. Great. Can we consolidate and hold? That's from this previous high here. Let's zoom out to the daily, okay? Now, on the daily, in order to flip our daily, this is why it's critical, guys. On this daily, for us to flip our daily bullish, which by the way, we know anytime we flip our EMA bullish on the daily chart, we get a massive explosive move to the upside. Look at that. Our technical target of 43 closes us. So a close anytime now. If we were to close the daily candle right now, we would be bullish on our EMA ribbon. That would be a huge move because ever since we started falling, guys, this date all the way back to the 18th of November last year, we've been bearish in this mega trend to the downside. So a close above here, and let's get the exact number we can get here. Any close, it looks like at about, if we follow that darkest EMA there, 43,191. A close above that will allow us to flip our EMA bullish on the daily chart, and that would be a huge sign. That's why we're getting some sell pressure right now, guys. The bears know we do not want to create this close here above this EMA ribbon, okay? So they will continue to do their best to try to prevent that. Now, back on the 4 hourly, very important that we get the higher high for confirmation. If we don't get the higher high from here, okay, which is this level which we pointed to, then we could still be in a bear trap. I'm also looking at this high here as a potential high for us to break above as well. Just this one here, and that sits at 44,461. So that's the port of call right now. We need to hold this level, which is where we're sitting, 43,479, and then we need to break through 44,461 in order to keep this uptrend going. But for today, it'll be plenty if we can just close our daily candle above our EMA ribbon. If we could just hold above 43,200-ish, as we said, about here, 43,173, if we can close above here, that'll be fantastic. We've got another 8 hours left of this candle, okay? Really important. Let's head over to look at how the stock market's doing, because we can see risk is starting to come back on. At one point, the NASDAQ, which is currently 0.35% up. Let's head over into the chart for the NASDAQ, and you will be able to see here, this is the QQQ, okay, which is your ticker symbol index for the NASDAQ. You can see the NASDAQ has had a strong day today. Bears are starting to come back in though, okay? So we're seeing the bears come in back in here on the daily. Let's head over into the 4 hourly. And you can see this was the run-up we had when the market opened. So we've had a little bit of retracement now. Can we get that further push to the upside? If you look at the daily chart here on the NASDAQ, you can see how much we have retraced here on the NASDAQ, which just shows that risk is completely off. And that is why we've had the retracements which we've seen, okay? So you can see that from there all the way to the downside, about a 16% retracement on the NASDAQ, still well below, well, we fell really below, now it's much closer, our 200 moving average, which is a good place to be buying the NASDAQ and some of your favorite risk-off assets. So remember what I said, guys, it's the market we're in right now is a risk-off market. When we were in risk-off, that's when Bitcoin gets sold off, okay? So really important. Now that we're starting to see risk start to come back on, which is giving us clues from the movements of NASDAQ, that should give us an idea that Bitcoin can start to move, okay? So Bitcoin will only move when the market is confident and risk is on. Now, a few points to note. If we head over to the Fear and Greed Index, you can see Fear and Greed is sitting at 45, okay? So this was 37 yesterday, 45. Let's put this into context. We're now back at the levels which we had. Remember, if you haven't watched my video from yesterday, we covered that off. We're now back at the levels which we saw in December of 2021, where we were back at about 50,000, okay? So we need to monitor that to see whether this fear is this sort of greed almost, because we're less fear, is it, you know, is it the right time for it? That's the right question, because we know on Thursday we've got the CPI reading. Could this just be a bit of excitement before a bad CPI reading then throws us to the downside? So I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm expecting a bit of market volatility leading up to Thursday. So don't be surprised to see the NASDAQ be really green and then really red, really green and really red. It's just choppy. This is what traders do in the lead up to a big macroeconomic figure, which is what we're getting on Thursday with the CPI reading. Remember, for Bitcoin to continue to do well, we want to see CPI come in low. It sounds counterintuitive. Again, I explained this in my video yesterday. It sounds counterintuitive. Normally, you think of Bitcoin as the hedge to inflation, but right now it's a risk-on asset. So we need the market to be confident and happy. And the market will be confident and happy if the market is not seen to be overheating. So we need a lower inflation reading. The market is expecting 7.2% year on year. Anything below that, and I can expect to see a rally in tech stocks and therefore Bitcoin, okay? So the market is starting to react to this, starting to see some good movements to the upside. Bitcoin is looking pretty good right now, and the market is reflecting that. And you can see with all our favorite altcoins, a lot of them are moving now at a multiple of Bitcoin. If we head over into the dominance, so if we load up the dominance, you can see here on the dominance, we bottomed out at 39.65, And now we're seeing a movement to the upside here on dominance, which just goes to show that Bitcoin's ready to do its thing. And then normally Bitcoin decides to then consolidate, which is when your altcoins will start to move as well. So overall, definitely a lot of strength in the market right now with Bitcoin with a good 3% day today. It's just starting to get its momentum, and that's what we need. You remember what I said. Once we get through 40, I said it, I called it. Once we get through 40, there's a lot of money on the sidelines waiting to pile in. So the move from 40 to 50 is going to be explosive and it's going to be quick. So if you're trying to time the market, it's a dangerous thing to do, because there'll be a lot of leverage positions in the long side right now, and a lot of shorts getting squeezed as well. So you're getting this double whammy effect of money coming in from the sidelines, plus all these leverage positions. So we need to keep an eye on that. Definitely still want to see a close above 44,461, guys. That's that previous peak here. I need to see that close once we hold this yellow line. So let's hold this yellow line at 43.5, and then let's go break through 44.5 to create the higher high from this white arrow here. That is what we'll then need to confirm that we've got a bit of a reversal here, and we can start building through into 47,000, 48,000, and then 50,000. But overall, good day. Really enjoying what we're seeing here in the charts. If you enjoy this type of content and this blend between technicals and fundamentals on Bitcoin and your favorite altcoins, then don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe. If you want to support this channel a little bit more, consider heading into the free Discord server, guys, linked in the pinned comment below. And as always, you'll notice that the link in the description is to NordVPN, who have been kind enough to offer you guys 70% off a 24-month plan plus a month for free, guys. So you're about $60 all in to get yourself set up on a VPN for 2 years. Can you imagine taking the risk with all the amounts you got in crypto, guys, and not having yourself set up on a VPN? I wouldn't dare to do that. I've got myself set up here on my mobile, on my tablets. If I'm ever logged in to an exchange or wallet, I'm doing so through a VPN to make sure I am anonymous. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you appreciate this type of content, smash up the likes, guys. Let's get 200 likes here on this video. That would really mean a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.